to. If
Are we
you
fighting someone already?
Huh?
Are we fighting someone already?
No, but it just helps with the actions of what you're going to do next. While I remember what went on last time, if anyone would like to furnish my memory as to what happened last time while you were all rolling.
Just logging in.
We arrived at the village of Ayvrin, the mining village. We were met by a scared woman called Shoshana. The villagers have been taken into the mine and not returned. Cultists inside the mine wearing dark robes with discreet gold stitching of the symbol. And then that's all I've written down, but we attacked a load of bats and turned Tom into some machinery.
That's true.
And now we've currently got people in a cart. That's as much as I remember.
I remember.
That's
Hi,
basically...
I'm Tom. Die, I'm Tom.
Guy, I'm Tom. Yes. Oh, straight over an 18. Straight over. That one.
You have +8 to initiative and got
Ouch.
a 1.
Still beat me.
Oh, the anticipation. Oh, high rollers, all of you.
What do you mean? I rolled a 9. That is high for me.
Bless your heart.
That's the highest Scott's gonna roll all night.
So where did we leave you off then?
We was all discussing what to do next.
I'm pretty sure we were having a long rest, and then we were carrying on.
Oh, and leveling up, wasn't we?
No.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
So, you're in this mine.
We've killed everything in this room.
You've killed everything.
Apart from the bats.
And what did you do with the bodies?
Put them in the bag of holding.
You got a couple in the bag of holding. A couple of you are wearing some of the outfits, I believe.
Yeah.
And Hayes, are you actively changed and disguised?
Yep.
Awesome. So, with everybody...
Somebody else was wearing the clothes as well, weren't
yes.
Alithia, I believe.
Yeah.
Let me just check. Dressed as cultists, Hayes and Alithia, that's right. So you've cleared this area of cultists and at least one swarm of bats. What are you going to do now?
Silence.
Over to you guys.
Tom will still be... Tom will still be sorting the crates out because as of yet, he doesn't realise the plan has changed, so he's still sorting out boxes.
Do you want me to? Should we do this in initiative order, or do you want to do like a bit of a free thing before you go through?
I thought you wanted us to be in initiative order.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we're all silent.
Oh, I see. So Tom is being machine-like. Then we have Balthor.
Tom, stop messing around with those boxes.
Okay.
I think we should follow the tracks. I think that seems like the most logical thought.
I mean, if you want to talk out of initiative order, but...
Well, we need to find those miners, don't we? Like, presumably they're going to be along the tracks.
I'd have thought
If
we
they're
should
bringing
look
the-
in schools, no? For the miners. Ha 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 ha.
Tom, there's a time and a place for jokes.
And this is
I'm gonna teach
definitely
you. I'm going to teach you a new word, and that word is focus.
Does Tom have a
does that
joke
mean?
subroutine?
Steam pouring from his ear.
If they're bringing glass via the tracks,
Yes.
then perhaps we should follow the tracks.
Yep. So, which way do you want to go?
That way.
Hang on a second.
Can we not do a perception check to see if we can hear any noise coming from either direction?
So where would you like to perceive from, and what are you trying to listen for?
So I would like to stand, for example, there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
I'll do this way.
perception
You
check,
that way.
and then move to the other side and do a perception check to see which side seems the noisiest.
Okay, give me some perceptions.
I'm on low rolls tonight.
I think Tom will probably come across now because he can see that everybody's doing stuff. So I'll come and help.
Sorry, I've just seen
that. Perception.
Okay, so everybody can hear that there's scuffling and really murmured stuff, but it sounds really far away and you can't quite tell what direction it's coming from. Because these offshoots they're very close together, and it's all very echoey. It's all a mine, so every slight noise is made ricochets off everything else. Tom, you've
got 15.
You got a 15.
15. I was doing it through Trailblazer.
Cool. I mean, you can send Trailblazer down one of the areas if you want.
Nope.
Okay, that's fine.
Not for now. We'll see what we can find out from these checks here first.
Okay. Well, I'm going to say that Tom can definitely hear that there are more cultists around. There's murmurings, but it's all kind of hushed because they are still trying to be kind of a little bit, not secretive as such, but they are quiet. And you can't quite narrow down which way it's coming from.
Choose a direction. It doesn't sound like they're doing any mining, so...
Well, if we want to go that way, I might send Trailblazer the other way, just to double check.
Okay.
But if you're using Trailblazer's ability to see and that, you won't be able to move.
Yeah, but I can send Trailblazer.
You can sit in a cart and I'll push you.
Yeah.
Okay, so do we have a decision on where you'd like to go?
So before we go, am I going armed? Am I going unarmed? Am I going in a cart? What's the plan?
Tom would suggest that you keep your arms.
So, the screen scrolls then, so all I heard was, am I going, Thank
you, Tom. As always, your input is greatly appreciated.
Some stellar advice from Tom.
I couldn't tell if that was Scott's impression or Balthar then. Bit of both.
Balthar lowers the dagger from his bicep that he was about to use to chop his arms off.
We need to go in unarmed. Tom just detaches his arms. Right, okay. Sensible now.
Are we sneaky, or are you guys taking the lead in the uniforms we found?
I'm going to stay put there for the time being so I can send Trailblazer the other way, because obviously I've got a distance limit to that.
So are we all staying with you then? I wouldn't feel safe leaving you alone.
I'll follow behind afterwards.
Again, with enemies could come from that tunnel there, I wouldn't like you to be stuck at the back on your own when you can't be looked after.
I'll stay with him and sneak from behind.
Okay, so the
Two
two
people
people that are wearing the
disguised.
disguises
Oh, yeah.
are standing at the back.
While the other two of us just go
Do you
the
want to
other
just
way.
wait?
Balthor
10 minutes?
is just going to start walking in the other direction, shield and sword in hand, and just sigh.
Tom's
Okay.
gonna clomp along behind him.
So
Come on, Tom. Come on, Tom.
you two are moving on to that map.
Yep.
Okay, right.
Yep.
Split the party, split the party.
Did we have time for a short rest?
No.
Just out of curiosity. Oh, not even a short. Not even 5 minutes.
No,
Just to roll a
20
hit
minutes for
die.
short, isn't it?
no. So you two should be on another map.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Alithia, you're sending Trailblazer.
Trailblazer. Yep.
So I will move you onto another map. And Hayes, you're staying where you are?
I'm gonna pull back with Alithia because I missed what was happening because my internet froze out.
That's
so
fine.
I just heard someone being left behind, so I was like, I'll wait with them.
So Alithia's staying on this map, but Trailblazer's moving on to another. And Tom and Balthor have moved onto a different area.
Oh, so Alithia can't see or hear the surroundings then?
Yeah.
Right, so I'll stay. Yeah, I'll stay with Alithia then, just until she snaps back to it.
Okay, so now we will go in initiative. I'll start from the top again. So Tom.
Yeah.
What do you want to do?
Can I see anything? Is there anybody around?
You can see what's in front of you.
Okay. I will just clump up to like there then.
Okay. Are you just clomping straight on in?
Yeah. Tom doesn't understand like the importance of stealth or nothing. So yeah, he's just gonna walk in there.
Okay, well, in that case, from that angle, I will reveal what you can see. See that, oh, hang on, I've got to move you guys out. Oh, no, made that full screen. Didn't want to do that. And where are you? You're there. So you might not be able to see that bit yet. Okay, so I'm going to say you can see what you can see.
Okay.
So
When I'm cleaning windows.
so you've used your movement.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to do anything else?
No, thank you.
Okay, then next, I've put your cannon below you in the order. I take it.
It will remain inert for now.
That's fine. Balthy, you're next.
Walking alongside Tom, and when he sees these cultists that they dealt with in the last cave, Balthor will, in his most intimidating and authoritative voice, just shout, "We are here, members of the Vanguard. I give you this one chance to surrender and free the people you have here captive. What say you?"
Okay. They're all going to look at you. And on there goes, they will start advancing towards you because they ain't surrendering. Did you want to do anything for your action? Or are you just threatening?
I will hold my action, so anything comes within striking distance, I will attack with my longsword.
Okay. That's you holding your turn. So next we go to Alithia. So let me just move over there. So you can see what you can see, I believe.
I can see another map.
Yep. So I'm just going to pop your token on here. I know it's... Actually, no, let me just... I do have Trailblazer on this map, so I will let you control your owl on here.
Yay.
There you go. There he is.
Okay. And essentially, I know there's no stopping mid-flight, but it's basically going to be sort of swooping around the area to show me what is in this part of the mine.
Okay, so you can see that there is a table with some tools on it,
Yeah.
some crates, and also some cobwebs.
Mm-hmm.
Big old spider boys in there. Hi,
Ah.
spiders! They have currently just chilling in Spider Town. They have not noticed your owl.
Excellent. I will use my action to recall Trailblazer.
Yep.
And then go back to Alethea.
Okay, so you're going to go back to that map.
Yeah. And
So
then
you're back on this
obviously,
map.
It's just me and Hayes, and Trailblazer's no longer there. So I assume I've still got my action and talking. So I've said to Hayes, there was no cultists down that way. There was just some spiders. I think we should go help the others quickly. And then basically use my movement to go off the map to the other direction.
Okay, so that will probably use all your movement.
Yeah.
And let me move you onto that map. Then we come to... Hayes, I've skipped over you by mistake. My apologies.
Works out perfectly.
Yes.
I'll go last for the minute. I'm just sorting Alexander out.
Okay,
This
that's
is
fine.
last. This is last. Everybody else has already gone.
Oh no, the cultists have goes now.
Oh, they get their goes. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, hold on.
So right, it's going to be these dudes, who I can't remember what they do. You have run in and shouted at them. So they are going to... What are they going to do? This guy is going to move across to see what all the fuss is about. See you two there and Balthor. And he is going to cast Inflict Wounds.
Is that touch spell?
Oh, it might be. It might be.
It is indeed.
It is, so he's not going to touch you then.
I'm back, sorry.
That's all right. In that case, he's going to cast Sacred Flame. He's going to sling a flame thingy at you. So that's 11 for a dex save. It's got cast on Balthor. So you do take a hit from the flame for 2 radiant damage.
No problemo.
That's the Fanatics go. You said you were going to hold your turn until someone did summit.
No, till somebody came within reach for me to swing my longsword at.
I see. Okay, in that case, the cultist turn is next. So they are going to double check how far they can move, which I think is just normal.
Could be 30 feet, I'd
yeah.
imagine.
So So he can't quite get in range there, and this guy is going to move up as well. Did I give them any ranged weapons? This is a voyage of discovery for all of us. No ranged weapons, so they're just going to stand and glower at you, and oddly enough, not move close enough. Is that within your reach at all? No, so
Nope.
still out of it.
Yeah, 5 feet.
Cool. Let's jump back to Hayes.
Okay, has Zalithia come back too?
Yeah, so basically, Trailblazer went round what we could see in the other bit, and then I summoned him back, and then I said to you, there's nothing but spiders that way, let's go help the others, and then I used my action to get to the next map.
Awesome. Then I shall also join the next map, but in a slightly more sneaky, because I don't want to be seen straight away.
Okay, and you are also disguised.
Yep.
So everyone should be now on the same map.
Just please know it's me and don't come and hit me.
Just an added note, what I've decided to do with my tokens is enemies that I create will have either the red or blue outline, just because I'm using those tokens for somewhere else, but going forward they'll all have the red circles like the cultists have. All the Vanguard and NPCs I create will have silver. And then, yeah, so that's what I'm doing with tokens, so you can identify who's who.
Awesome.
So, Hayes, you're on this map now, disguised, alongside Alithia. You've used... How much movement do you have?
30.
So, I'm willing to bet that's used your movement to get from where you were to here.
I will bonus action dash.
Yep, that's fine. So, where would you like to go?
Behind these carts here.
Okay. You see, as you're a little bit closer, just crouching near there is a spider. He's just chilling. He's not noticed you as yet. So he's sat there. Anything else you'd like to do?
Nope, that's me.
Okay. So back to the top of the order with Tom.
Okie dokie. Would Tom identify these people as a threat, given that the last ones that were like this did attack us?
One has
They've
just
moved
shot
in,
fire.
and one did just throw a fireball of some description at Balfour. Yeah, Tom's not as idiotic as sometimes.
Scratches. Sorry, Craig. He's not an idiot.
So, given that there is somebody relatively close to his face, I will cast Firebolt at the cultist in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
That's 23 to hit.
That will hit.
Oh, didn't mean to do that. Meant to do that.
I love the idea that as
7 damage.
Tom does any spell, he describes the spell that he's casting.
I love that. Love that.
Reads out a full description of
Firebolt!
the spell and then casts it. I hurl a mote of fire at a creature or object within range. Then goes through the full preamble in 6 seconds and then does it.
Proper anime calling his moves.
Yeah. I like that.
So that's that. And then I need to refresh my memory. Is it my bonus action to fire the cannon, or does it fire on its own initiative?
It's got its own initiative, which I think. Well, I've put it so that it always follows you.
Yeah. Once you pick.
So much to read.
Oh god, it's not reading the canon thing again. That's like 6 pages long.
Yeah. It's my bonus action to fire the cannon. I believe. Yeah, I have to use my bonus action to make it actually do something.
Right.
So that will be my bonus action
Okay.
every turn, basically. And it says it's a ranged spell attack. Okay. So that's a d20 plus my spell attack modifier. It's a d20 plus 6. Okay. That's a 17.
To hit.
And then it's 2d8 force damage. So 16.
That obliterates this guy who had
He did.
2 left.
Woof. That's fun.
So in front of all the cultists in this cave, you have just blasted one of their brothers to bits.
I want to say, because I rolled max damage on that I literally popped his skull, if that's fine. And it's just an entire
That's
Like
absolutely fine.
gratuitous video game violence where you shoot somebody in the head and the head pops.
That's fine and gross.
Lovely.
Amazing.
And then that will be my turn.
Okay, Balthar.
We may need to keep some of these alive to question and get more info. But pretty sweet attack. I think when you kill something, you should say, "Eat my metal."
Bite my shiny metal ass.
I know that's not what you wanted, Graham, but that's what he's saying. And then after that, I will move up to this fanatic that tried to hit me with the sig frame, and I will swing one's longsword one-handed.
Now, did you take your sword out of you did in the previous cave because you had a lot in your bag of holding?
I did,
You
but
had
if
your
you
sword and
remember,
your
before I
shield.
walked in, I said, "Am I walking in armed or unarmed?" And Tom told me to go in with my arms.
Just checking. But you're
So
still disguised as a cultist.
I'm not, because I'm a dwarf.
Balthur's not.
They wouldn't fit, that's right, yes.
Yes. So I attack with my longsword.
That hits.
I will be using a superior battle maneuver here, my menacing attack, to frighten this guy.
Give me your best menace.
Oh, it's the attack itself. It is this here. So I will do the
How'd you
damage
frighten him?
first
How are you going to try?
by hitting him so hard that he realizes that he is no match for us. So it is 13 points of damage in total,
Yes.
as I add the battle dice to the damage, and then he has to do or she has to do a wisdom saving throw, and it is a 13 DC.
I don't know why I've got that at... Why is that rolling with advantage? Oh! That's why.
The fantastic
Ah.
or fanatic.
Yes. So how did you attempt to menace him?
I think the
Was it
flavour
the
of
flavour
it
of
is
the
that
attack?
the attack is so frightening.
Ferocious.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, I like
The
that.
I will
extra
be
damage done.
staring directly at him with a steely gaze, looking determined and trying to just make him or make them feel less adequate that I am their superior.
Well, the fanatics are... They're higher up the food chain than your normal cultists, so they've seen a little bit of shit. So this one is meeting your gaze with his gaze. You both gaze together, and he's
It's
not.
intimate.
He's not frightened.
Cool.
Anything else?
Bonus action will be my shield attack, so it'll be to knock them prone.
Yes.
So I think we said that
That's
was
a
a
strength.
strength. It's a strength. Oh, it's a save anyway, but
Nat
Oh.
20.
Oh. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
So they are not knocked prone as my shield hits them, and I imagine they stand perfectly still as if I'm hitting my shield against a solid wall.
Yes, he's quite a beefy fanatic, this one. Okay. Anything else?
That'll end Balthor's turn.
Next up is Hayes.
I would like to try and these things here, are these quite high up walls or
Yeah, they go all the way to the ceiling. So this is like
awesome. I
it's
would
like a
like
cave, but yeah.
so I'd like to bonus action dash
Mhm.
and make my way up to here if possible.
No, as in they're like pillars. So if you
Yes, I can go around it.
so you're gonna go. Okay, yeah, because that one's dead. That's fine. Sorry, I was like, yeah, okay.
Yes, from there it was a. So get me to there.
Yeah, beautiful.
I just want to be still like behind the wall thing out of sight.
Yep.
I know I've just walked past these other guys that are here, but I'm assuming because of how I am
Yeah.
that they wouldn't pay me that much attention.
No, I mean, how are you actually? Are you trying to be nonchalant in how you're doing it as well, as opposed to stealthy?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm just walking maybe at a bit faster pace than a walk, but not a run.
Well, these guys are preoccupied with Balthor, so that's awesome. Is there anything else that you would like to do? That's your you bonus action dash, didn't you?
Yeah. I can't see them because at the back of the pillars there's nothing else I can do just yet, so I will just hold my action for if anything comes to attack me, I will attack it back.
Nice to hear.
Otherwise, that's it.
Awesome, Alithia.
Du- 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 du.
We're just going to read a book, right?
So I think it is an action to call back Trailblazer.
Wasn't Trailblazer with you?
No, I cut a corner and just had him fly into that part of the mine and then use the action to get rid of him.
Ah, I see.
So now I'll use my action to bring him back. Is it anywhere within
100 feet.
anywhere within 100?
Has to stay within 100 feet of you at all times.
I was thinking when you cast it, how close they have to be.
Well, did you
within range.
dismiss
So
your familiar?
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah, so I think it's got to be within 10 feet to bring it back. And then I'm going to... Obviously, I've seen Tom blow someone into 1,000 pieces.
Sorry, I didn't mean to that.
Balfour has ran off around the corner, but I can't see what's going on. So, yeah, I'll probably get to somewhere in that sort of realm before I see some people, and then slowly make my way away from the combat. But Trailblazer is going to go and help out. And I don't think there's any bonus action spells I can cast at this moment, so I think that will be my turn.
Okay. So Trailblazer is flying by Balthor.
Doing the help action, attacking the fanatic.
So that'll be a help to Balthor.
Yeah, but using its flyby to not get attacked.
Okay.
Unless someone has a ranged attack they want to use on him.
Okay, so next it's the fanatic, who is going to attack Balthor. Has a multi-attack, and he is going to... Which one? I've got two of the same. So 2 dagger attacks. Don't know why it's keeping doing advantage. Just take the first.
So both will miss.
Both will miss. So he may be rock solid when you ran into him, but maybe he skips arm day. I don't know. He's not very dexterous, so he's like trying to stab you, but missing each time.
A wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube man. You can't knock it down.
He doesn't skip leg day. That's why he wasn't moved. So he's got massive thighs but shitty arms. Okay, that's that dude. Next is the cultists. So this one is going to step into range and attack Balthar as well. He has a scimitar for a 12.
Nope.
Oh, no, but do I give him flanking because he's with a fanatic? Flanking rules apply to you. Do flanking rules apply to me?
Yes.
Should.
Now, we said +3. I do worry
Yes.
that's a little overpowered, so in future I might tweak that, but I will keep that for now. So that's a 12, so it makes it 15.
Nope.
Still misses. Ah, that was a lot of effort for nothing. But what's going to happen over here is that these two cultists have seen you appear. And
Only one of them would, wouldn't they? If these go up to the ceiling,
yeah, so
orange guy wouldn't have seen
that's
us.
very true. So that guy has, and he's seen Tom explode his friend and seen some fire stuff. So he's told his mate what's been going on.
Oi, Dave! Get around here!
And they may not be the best fighters, but they believe in their cause. So they are going to enter the pen and basically hold their scimitar to the throat of two of the hostages, watching what you guys do next. And next it is... Next it is Tom.
I'm guessing from where Tom is, Tom can't see that those hostages are being held at knife point.
Probably not direct line of sight.
Yeah, because I'm thinking, there's a pillar just in the way of the hostage on the left. He can see a cultist there, but
Yeah.
It's probably
he
not the
can't
best
see that cultist is
lighting
doing
there.
anything. So I would think Tom would probably just continue to attack the ones that he can see attacking his new friend Balthar.
You almost said his Balthar. That was
I
nice.
thought-
His Balthar. How dare you?
I thought you were going to say his best friend. Adventure
Mr.
friends.
Mr. Lister, sir.
Mr. Balfour, sir.
Mr. Balthar, sir. I will protect you. So he's going to repeat what he did the last time. He's going to fire a firebolt off and then a cannon blast. So a
So
16 to hit.
So what are you
Plus
aiming
3
for?
for flanking.
The cultist?
The cultist. Red dot cultist. So 16 to hit.
Yeah, that will hit.
With flanking, I assume.
Yes.
So 4 from the firebolt. And then a cannon blast. Which is 26 to hit.
That misses.
Yeah.
For 8 more points of damage. So that's 12 damage total to red dot cultist.
So that guy also now explodes again.
No, not quite as visceral because it's not as overkill on the damage. So just I'll say just takes the shot and falls down to the ground. Would make the most sense, I think.
Cool.
Makes sense to me. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that is about it. Yeah, that'll be it. That's what I'll do in terms of attack and action and bonus action. Then I will move up to here, because Balthar will have advantage anyway because of flyby. So I'll just stay slightly out of range of Green Dot Fanatic. But we'll approach and go, "Hi, I'm Tom," because it's a guy I've not met before that isn't dead.
Hi, Tom. Next, Beltha.
These bushes are plants that are next thing. How tall are they? Because would they hinder my vision to see the actual cultist?
They're more like weeds.
No, I know the cultists are, but I mean this.
Floor moss.
Yeah.
Moss on floor.
But again, with the theory Graham had, Balthur's locked in battle with this, so he wouldn't be paying attention to those that are up ahead anyway. Just at this moment in time, so he will again attack with his long sword, which will be at advantage. So that's a 15.
Plus, yeah, flanking stuff, and that will hit
Oh, no,
anyway.
no flanking.
Just
Does the owl not count as flanking?
Well, it gives me advantage on the attack, doesn't
advantage.
it? So
I see. Yeah, not both.
But yeah, I suppose the owl's not engaged in combat, so not actively flanking. Yeah, makes sense.
It hits anyway.
cool. So that's another 4 slashing.
Mm-hmm.
Then he'll do the same thing again with the shield.
And this is.
So it's a 12. Oh, for fuck's
He don't skip leg day.
As a unit.
He is a unit, except for his arms.
Yeah, can't do anything with those little wheedly arms he's got, but you cannot knock him down.
I tell you, you should watch him lunge.
I might
He
have
takes
to.
he takes Chumbawamba seriously.
I'm going to have to start asking, instead of doing strength, could I use athletics to do it? But we'll do that later another time.
If you can give me good descriptive reasons, then I'm sure we can come to some arrangement.
That's how grapple checks work.
But yeah, if he's still standing there, I've used my action.
He's still standing.
Use my bonus action. My eyes are locked on his as we are gazing together.
Gaze together.
And so that will end my turn. But I will just turn to Tom and say, Tom, you remember we said before maybe not to introduce yourself to people we are currently fighting. They don't need to know our names.
Oh, yes, we did say that. Tom will try to remember.
Fuck's sake, Tom. And I'll end my turn.
When I say Tom will try to... Graham will try to remember that that's something that we have previously discussed.
I thought you meant Tom says that, so that's why I said...
No, yeah, Tom does say that. Yeah, Tom says, oh, I'm sorry, Balfour. Tom will try to remember.
Yeah, say my name as well, that's what I was expecting.
My internal storage is glitchy at the moment. I apologize.
Me heed.
Hayes, it's your turn.
Awesome. I'm going to move up here. Bonus action to stay hidden as much as possible, and then action to cast detect thoughts on this geezer.
Okay, I will also reveal, as you're now within sight in the corner, there are a couple more fanatics, and one of the... Oh, that's the wrong layer. One of the tasks, the guild people, and they are pressuring this guy. They are concentrating. The red guy is deep in conversation, threatening this guy here, and the blue fanatic is watching quite intensely what is going on over here. But you would like to cast detect thoughts on the orange cultist?
If seeing them ones, I'd prefer to cast it up this way.
Okay.
If I've seen them, but I would move back a bit, having seen that they're there.
Yeah, I was just saying
Just
that
to
would
I'm not
reveal
kidding.
as you walked around the corner.
Yeah, so I'd kind of like backstep a bit,
Yeah.
but I'm still within distance to cast detect thoughts on this blue geezer.
Okay. I can see you post that in here, so I
did actually. I was trying to read the description.
No, that's quite right. I'm going to do some reading now. Talk amongst yourself.
There's no save or anything for it unless I use another action to delve deeper.
Okay.
So it's a surface thought of the creature. What's most on its mind in that moment?
Okay, what's most on its mind is this is one of the fanatics. They are in control over the cultists, so they need this operation to go smoothly. They need to get as much of the refined glass as they can out of this cave. Keep these people under control because they have been controlling them to refine it and gather it for them. So this fanatic is absolutely focused on the task in hand, which is ensuring that everything goes smoothly and he achieves his mission.
Oh, we all do with an employee like that.
I know. All
So
you
yeah,
got to do
that's
is
my
get a
action
little
to
bit
that one.
culty.
Convince
then
them if they
my
don't do it, they might die.
I'm still bonus action hiding, so I'm trying to like stay right in against the wall and
That's fine.
focus on what's going on.
Lots of crags, and this is the raw glass that is. The further into the mine you get, you can actually see the stuff in the walls
Sweet.
itself. So you can definitely
Sweet,
hide
but-
amongst them.
Yeah, while I'm defensive thoughts, I'll be kind of like just keeping an eye on like the movements,
Yeah.
the mannerisms, and things like that.
Yeah. So if
That's it for
anything,
my turn.
I'll also say from a surface point of view, as these guys have stepped in to threaten the hostages, he is now focused on the fact that this plan has to stay on track and things are starting to go wrong. So it's almost like he's going to think about switching from keeping this on track to contingency and
Yep.
what happens. So that's his main thoughts at the moment.
That's it for this turn.
Lovely. Alithia.
Surely killing the hostages would not be a good way to keep the plan on track because they need the hostages to mine the glass.
Thank you, Tom.
Unless they've already got as much as they need and so therefore they don't have any purpose.
In theory, maybe, possibly. Tom doesn't care about hostages.
Okay,
he can't see any. Oh, sorry. Yeah, go on.
So Trailblazer, although I'm not warging, can talk to me telepathically. Now I'm assuming it's not going to be a massive amount of language and communication, but obviously it's flown by past the fanatic.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying that he can see the cultists and the miners. Doesn't know that they're like at threat or anything like that, but can visibly see miners.
So you're aware that there are more people ahead and round the corner. If not who they are or what they're doing, you're aware that they're there, yes.
Yeah, so Alethea is... I mean, at this point, I'm still dressed as a cultist.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm going to... where can we walk to? I'll go over to the combat, or without being in the combat. And just say to the fanatic, I think it might be a good idea to surrender and listen to these people. And drop my sword onto the floor.
Okay, so how much of the outfit are you wearing? Because there was like a face piece involved.
Oh,
So
yeah,
you've got
the
the
full face piece.
whole lot on.
Yeah, all cleaned up.
All cleaned up. Can you give me a persuasion with disadvantage? Because you've just walked up to a fight. Bearing in mind these are cultists.
Yeah.
And you've just walked up to a fight and dropped a sword instead of attacking this guy from behind.
What's this persuasion roll?
This is going to have to... Yeah. I was looking for at least a nat 20 for this guy to even blink at you.
At least it wasn't a nat one.
Exactly.
So if it wasn't a nat one, so what? Oh, it was a 2 minus 1. Okay. That's a relief because I was going to have to be like, and at this point, your clothes fall off. No. Okay.
That's a hell of a persuasion fail.
When you dropped your sword, you took a step forward, stepped on the clothes, and it pulled the mask down. So no, that would be a nat one. So walking up timidly behind active battle and calling for surrender. Strangely enough,
Did it work?
he's not persuaded, and he is now suspicious of you. But he's kind of occupied and quite bloodied. So that kind of didn't work. But I appreciate the thought, and Alithia was being brave. I'm proud of her.
And then what's this? Is there sort of a big drop down into the water? Is it just a little? Is it shallow? Is it?
It is a river that runs through it, so it is quite fast. Deep wise, it's fairly deep. I would say on a non-dwarf, it would maybe be kind of neck height, but it is cold and it runs fast. So it would be an ordeal to try and cross it by jumping in.
That answers a question I was going to ask on my next turn.
Bonus action, I'm going to try and shove the fanatic into that space which is predominantly water.
You're going to try and shove Captain Sturdy Legs?
Yep.
Legs McThighs? Okie dokie. Okay, so another strength save.
Yeah.
Ooh.
My DC is 15 without going. Oh, just a DC 8 is just the standard plus proficiency bonus plus the
Intelligence.
Well, my intelligence is a 4.
15, yeah. Wait, are we at +2
Four.
proficiency at the minute?
Yes, it's
It'd
14.
be 14.
So that's a fail.
So he gets pushed into that little bit of water just
So
to his
to
top right.
Balthur's
Yeah,
disappointment, I'm sure.
Oh no, Balthor is pissed off.
Yeah.
Olivia comes up and just waves a hand nonchalantly and shoves the guy 5 feet.
So he is going to fall in the water. It's not going to wash him away, and he will try and get out of the water, but I'm going to say it's going to be at disadvantage when I try to get out of the water, and I'm going to move him at every attempt until he disappears around the corner if he doesn't climb out.
Did you take any damage with the fall? Was there a fall?
I wouldn't say it was enough for full damage, no.
It's not 30 feet down,
No.
like off the lip.
No. See,
Not even 10 feet for a D6.
no, I mean, they're considerate of safety, so there are handrails on the bridges.
It's more than the chaps on the Death
Death Star.
Star.
Exactly. Right.
Trailblazers kept flying a little bit further away. And I think that's all Alethea is going to do.
Cool. Was
He should
any...
have surrendered.
No. Well, maybe. So, Hayes, you were holding your turn in case someone attacked you.
Yeah, nobody did, so.
No, that's fine. I just want to make sure before I move on that I've not got any other plates spinning anywhere else.
Nope.
That's fine. So, the fanatic is going to try and climb out. Oh, let's have a look. What kind of climb was that going to be? Athletics? Acrobatics?
Dealer's choice.
I'd
Strength
say
or
athletics
dex.
to pull himself up.
Huh?
Yeah, strength or dex. Either or.
I'm going to do Dex. Because... No, I'm going to do Strength. He's a strong boy. We've been playing the Strength card all along, so I'm going to keep on theme and see if his mighty legs can propel him out of the water. At disadvantage, nope.
I wore him down.
And I'm going to say it will wash him underneath the bridge and to the other side, just so I can keep a track on him. This fanatic is going to move forward. This fanatic is going to take a step towards the glass that has been refined already, and on one of these he's going to put his hand on it and cast a spell, and it disappears. The cultists, this guy here is going to slit the throat of this guy here, and he died. And the other one is still waiting to see what happens next. There's no
Irrevocably dead or just a bit dead?
bleeding out.
Death save dead
Death saves.
or dead?
No, death save. Okay, death saves.
So
Dead or
can
dead
can
dead?
be
Can be
spared from dead.
Yes.
Cool.
That's them. Back to the top of the order. Tom.
Okie dokie. Tom is going to go 5, 10, 15, 25. From there, can I see the guy that's floating? Can I see the guy up here? That's I can definitely see that guy that's just like tried slitting. That's just slit a guy's throat. So I will repeat the same actions I've done my previous 2 turns and shoot the fuck out of him. Hopefully. So an 18 to hit.
That will
with
hit.
my firebolt for 8 damage.
Okie dokie.
And then a cannon blast, which is more than enough to hit for another 8 damage.
Yes, Bogwood. I mean, Tom, that's obliterated that guy.
Dokie. I've got 5 feet of movement left. The guy in the water can't attack me, so I'll just take another 5 feet that way. Presumably, I can now see this guy.
Yep.
I would like to shout to him, I would not advise that you do what your friend did. Otherwise, my friends Balthor and Alithia behind me will come and fuck you up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, Hayes is here somewhere. Tom's oblivious to the fact now that we're supposed to not be giving out our names and hiding the fact that we're here.
Love it.
He's really hoping that by, spelling out the fact that we have numbers and power, that they might give in. If they want to consider that some sort of persuasion or intimidation attempt, then I can roll that for you if you would like.
Yeah, go on, give me an intimidation.
Yay! I get to roll another thing. I love rolling. I've got no bonuses to intimidation, but let's hope for a nat 20. Let's see, how scary is Tom?
Well, you've just blown up someone's head, but it is from a distance.
Yeah.
So...
Not overly frightening for now.
No, it's...
Very polite, Tom, so he's well spoken.
He
That's
is
true,
polite,
yeah.
and it's hard trying to, shout and be intimidating when he has a knife to someone's neck.
True, yeah.
But his mate's head has just been exploded, so evens out. But 8, nah, he ain't.
Nah, nowhere near enough.
No.
So, worth a try.
Yes.
That's it for Tom.
Okay. Balthor.
So, quick question.
Of
When
course.
we started, you said we would have some of the basic equipment that we wanted.
That sounds like something I'd say.
Balthor, like bedrolls and all that sort of
Yeah,
thing, you said.
yeah.
It sounds like something you'd say, and something we may take advantage of.
One of the things that Balthor did, I asked on Balthor's account was if he could have a grappling hook.
Yep.
So cool. So his grappling hook is already tied to his rope. So I would like to run over to the bridge.
To his robe? Or to a rope?
To his rope.
Rope. Right.
And I would like to, as athletically as possible, like a hammer, try to throw the rope and embed the grappling hook into this fanatic in the most violent ways of possible to try and stop him from washing away at the moment. I don't want him to escape.
I like that.
God.
Have inspiration.
Nice.
Thank
This
you.
would end so badly. What if the current of the river rips a big chunk of flesh out of him?
So, what would is it an athletics you want to roll, or
I'm just savouring this moment because it's bonkers and I love it.
I mean, I'm expecting it to do some damage as well as I'm trying
Yeah.
to pierce his flesh with
I
it.
have
So,
no
but-
idea what that damage is going to be. Okay, I'll give you an athletics to try and hook him, hook a duck style, which you do.
Nice.
22.
Were you aiming with a 22? Are you aiming anywhere? I'll let you.
I'm aiming for
choose.
like the shoulder, sort of
the
like
meat
deep,
of the shoulder,
yeah, close to the neck, but to the shoulder. Yeah.
not like in the head.
No. I want him alive. In a
Okay.
minute.
Nat 1, you knock him unconscious, falls to the bottom and drowns.
So that'll hook him in the shoulder.
Yes.
Damage wise, I would say that would do. It's a grappling hook. They're quite big things. I know nothing of the outside or doing anything involving athletics or sport abilities. So what kind of thing is a grappling hook? It's more damage wise, more like a javelin than a dart, I'm guessing.
Like a knife.
Yeah.
It'd be like a
That's a
four-pronged
D6.
spokey thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's
D6.
a dagger, whatever the
A dagger's a
equivalent of
D4 damage.
D4. D4 plus dex.
Go on then, I'll give
Yeah.
you that. That's cool.
But as I'm throwing it using strength and
Yes.
with athletics, I'd like to add my strength if I can. Oh.
Yes.
So that is a 4 points of piercing damage from the grappling hook.
Mm-hmm.
And that's my action. Bonus action, I would like to tie my rope off on the handrail of the bridge.
Like a fishy. Oh, I will let you do that. I'm not.
Crab fishing for cultists.
Yes.
Yep.
I'm not going to make you roll for that. I think you've got some kind of proficiency for something. That's stoneworking, isn't it?
Yes. I can.
Rock.
From what Ali was telling me, I can cut stone
Ooh.
with my ability, so that's handy.
That's definitely not how that works, but yeah.
I hope Ali watches that. So then I used about, what was it, 20 feet of movement. So I would just like to say to Tom, after that, you just killed one of the captives. Don't hold back anymore, Tom. Tom,
Okay.
kill.
Okay.
Right, kill more. I know you've already been killing, but kill more.
Okay. Which ones? All of them? Everyone? just the bad ones?
Just the bad ones.
Which ones are the bad ones again?
It's not the ones that look like, and he will point to those guys and say, however they're dressed, not
The ones
those
in
guys.
the creepy masks.
Kill the ones in the creepy masks.
Okay.
That
Immediately
includes
turns
Hayes.
and looks at Alithia
But-
and Hayes.
But Tom, not the two that we know who are our friends. Alethea is
but they look
Alethea.
like the other ones.
Yes, Alethea is behind us. Don't hit her.
So only hit the ones that are in front of me.
Unfortunately, I don't know where Hayes is, so yes.
Okay.
But Hayes is hiding.
What could go wrong?
Control S. Got it.
That feels like about 4 turns worth of speaking actions. Just to give a nice detailed.
I will be silent for the next 3 turns. But no, I'll use the rest of my movement to get there, and I will
Awesome.
end my turn.
Amazing. Hayes. Hey, Hayes.
Can I detect as to whether or not this guy is going to be coming my way, or if he's just seeing these lot down here and are heading straight down to them?
Are you going to come my way?
Are you going to come my way? Yeah, he's going to be heading to where the trouble is.
Okay, then I would like to hold my turn until after their turn.
After the fanatic's turn.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. Alithia?
Okay. Where can Alethea get to? Some movement. So that's up to the bridge with everyone else.
Under my breath, I just whisper, no. Tom.
And at this point, presumably now I can see dead cultist
Clearly.
and dead miner. With that, Alethea is going to start muttering some incantations angrily, and we're going to have a Maximilian's Earthen Grasp appear
Oh,
below the orange cultist.
oh, hang on a second. Bear with. Sometimes I am too organised and I can't remember where I put things. No.
5 feet out of range.
I say you put it just
Rule-
there.
I say rule of 5.
I say if you put it there, you're still within 5 feet of it, Craig.
Yeah.
Does take 5 work on spells?
No.
What?
If not, melee attacks as well, please.
Yeah, so I'm 5 feet out of range with this melee attack, but rule of 5, right?
Okay, right. Where do you want it?
Away.
That's what she said.
It's going, yeah, right there.
Hang on. I'm trying to organise a million other things. Over there.
Right where it's 30 feet away from me.
Sorry, can you highlight again where you want that to be?
Low red dot minor.
Oh, that one there. So there's a fence. So is it coming underneath the fence?
No, it's coming up. Yeah, just pushing the fence out of the way as it's going up.
Nice.
And then it's going to make a grab for the cultist.
Very exciting. And so what were...
I'll on there for you.
Target strength saving throw from the cultist. This is your action now, isn't it? I was so busy reading.
Yeah.
Yep, awesome. So a strength save.
God, I mean, I'm just going to look and give Craig a dirty, well, Alethea a dirty look, because she's not even strong.
She's mentally strong.
I am buff. I have an 8-pack.
It's like a child 8-pack, but it's still an 8-pack. 2d6 bludgeoning damage.
That was a 10 rolled up there.
Huh? Oh, is it above it? There we go, yes.
Yeah.
Wow. He's dead.
Because based on my calculations, that was 1 point more damage than you needed.
Absolutely.
So instead of going to crush it, it's actually
Just flattens it.
smack down.
Amazing, amazing.
Can it be like the big pointy finger from Super Smash Bros?
I hate that thing.
I'm just going to take a comfort break, so if anyone needs to do the same, I will be back in 5.
Cool.
Oh!
That means
This is
he's
going
using
well.
the rule of 5.
Yeah. I'm gonna nip for a quick pee while Kat's also having a comfort break, so I'll be back in a sec.
I'm just going to do some press-ups.
Gonna find a way to make myself useful.
Don't skip leg day, Scott.
I'm using arms.
I've done great in this fight so far,
I'm
haven't
using my mind.
I told you you could be the strongest amongst us, Alethea. If you only just believed in yourself.
All I heard was you put.
I think I've done the most damage out of everybody so far, haven't I?
I think so.
Mhm.
It just takes so long to get anywhere.
I mean, you could be using your action to dash as well, though, couldn't you? You use your bonus action to dash, but can you not also use your action to dash?
Can you
I
double
don't
dash?
know. I'm not sure. Dash is an action you can take,
Oh,
but I'm not sure. I'll have to read up on it. I'm not sure if you must be able to.
but my plan is to get up on my next go after the cultists have been. I'm going to go and hide behind the cart, and then use my action to move my detect thoughts to the guy that was being yelled at and threatened. And then hopefully I can get an idea as to what the hell's going on.
Yes.
At the moment, we're just in fighting blind and stuff. I'm assuming all the glass has gone.
Well,
Good damage.
one of these boxes has disappeared, I think Kat said.
Yeah, one of them ones at the top, wasn't it?
So I'm hoping if you're close enough, you might notice.
Well, I was planning on going up to, the cultists that were holding the others captive, going up to them and nodding for them to come down to you guys so you can kill them. And then I'd take his place, stood there holding the knife up to the guy's throat, but while sleight of handed, untying them and telling them to shut the fuck up and don't move.
For the record, I haven't killed anybody yet. I said at the beginning not to kill things.
Oh, hello.
I wasn't
I've not
planning
been
on doing. I was planning to just grapple that guy, to be honest.
Yeah. You could have done non-lethal force damage maybe with that.
I thought you said we couldn't do that with spells.
Well, I think we said it depends on the spell. Fireball you wouldn't be able to, but maybe a hand crushing you might. It'd been up to Cat, so generous
Whether or not you can control the
DM
force of the
goddess.
crush, and it's not your hand.
Who's doing what with whose hand?
Craig's doing weird things with his hands. That's why his hands are out of camera shot.
Is that why you've got? Is that why you've got dirty earthen hands, dirty boy with your dirty hands?
Love that you're wearing your D&D top as well.
Had to. Been saving it. You were
When
just
for?
saying, Kat, about non-lethal spells?
Is that a thing?
No. But
That's what they were
could
discussing.
it be?
Yeah, like the earthen grass where he's crushing something. Would he be able to do non-lethal damage with that as he's controlling it, or?
I would say with things like that, yes, because you're conjuring something almost like as a separate part of yourself. So if you want to use it to restrain someone, then yeah, I'd absolutely let that. Something like, could you do a non-lethal fireball?
Well, no, that's no.
Yeah, that's what we kind of talked about before.
But I think with things like that, I'm just trying to think what other kind of conjuring material things like that there are. Spiritual weapon, it's kind of a weapon.
Yeah, that one you literally can do, because that is a weapon attack.
Yeah.
No. So I would imagine spell by spell, it's a kind of judgment call.
I'm quite happy to hear arguments. Convince me.
Well, I mean,
but earth and grass.
Ideally, like to have done that with that last cultist and not.
If you want to step it back, we can step it back. Yeah, I'm happy to do that.
Like to just grab a hold of him, restrain, and not kill.
Did you want to do the damage, any damage at all, or was it just a restraining thing?
What's the? I don't know what the rule. Because I've never really done any non-lethal. Do you?
Well, non-lethal would be if you knock them down to 0 HP, instead of killing them, you knock them unconscious.
Yeah,
and such.
So doing that, make them unconscious.
Although it does say there, I mean, as an action, you can cause a hand to crush the restrained target. So I would say
that's afterwards. So if I've got it restrained,
I see. Yeah,
to keep doing it every turn.
Yeah, I'm going to say if you're controlling it, you can cause the hand to grab it and hold it. You can choose to crush it further. But if you just want to hold it, then yes, they can still try and break out. But it's almost like a big handy grapple.
That's it.
That's what I call it.
I mean, if you want to get some it possibly could be some kind of work to do it, like some kind of hand job to kind of get the idea of what you're doing with it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like that.
But if you feel like that Alithia would be good at these kind of hand jobs, then I'm quite happy to discuss that as we go.
Is she proficient? Is she proficient in hand jobs?
See, this is where we break up that conversation as soon as Graham puts his headphones on, and he'll wonder what the hell we're talking about, as to whether Alithia is proficient in hand jobs or not.
I came back at a weird time.
The answer was yes.
Yes.
Very. That's why she's so good at writing.
Right. So, we were just
So just
we were
as I say,
just
let
talking
go and get
about
evaded.
Earthen Grasp, and Alithia has made the request not to do lethal damage with that particular spell, which I've allowed. So we have walked back that you didn't crush to kill the cultist. What non-lethal stuff did you want to? What did you want to do to him?
It wanted to be it's
hold.
completely surround. So it's like
Choke him unconscious.
yeah,
Choke him
breaking and
unconscious.
stuff.
Okay, so you given that you rolled enough to kill him, did you want to do the damage to reduce him to 0 HP, or are you going to keep him at full at the HP he was but restrained?
unconscious.
Yep, that's fine. So that is what I will change him to be. So I
He
don't.
still had a knife to someone's throat.
He what? Sorry.
He still had a knife to someone's throat, so
that's
unconscious for him.
What's a good symbol that means unconscious? Why do these not mean anything? I might have to.
Is there a sleepy one?
I don't know,
With, like
but-
Z's.
No, it's like a little weird oblong face thing. I might try and find some other ones because I don't like those. So that was your action. You've moved up to there.
Yeah, Trailblazers had a fly over that way, and that is all of Alethea's turn.
Okay, so Hayes, were you
After the cultists.
after
After the fanatic.
after the fanatic, who is going now? So this fanatic has seen this hand erupt from the ground, which is unusual, and a nice big cluster full of weirdos fishing for his mate, Thighs McLunge in the pool. So he is going to head towards that direction. He doesn't really give a shit about the cultists. What other things can I do with things here?
Surrender.
No.
Damn it. We'll have to try.
Although, maybe he can. 1 second. He is going to move a little closer and assess the situation.
Losers.
He's just going to assess the situation because he's a clever sort. He is going to slowly raise one hand up towards Balthor, who seems to be in the lead of the gang, and cast Command.
That's why we call him the leader of the pack.
Boom, boom. Command, okay?
And he's going to say, surrender. And
Surrender, surrender.
affirm it. So a wisdom saving
As we've
throw.
determined, he's forever in the bushes, just following members of the Vanguard around. Oh no, sorry, that was Guild, not Vanguard.
6.
That fails. So
I will burn my inspiration just to
Ooh.
see if we can do any better.
Wow.
We can do better.
not
Yes, we can.
not enough.
Ah,
So it's one word, and he has just told you to surrender.
okie dokie.
Now he's
So-
singled you out as being kind of the one in the lead. Now, whether or not Balthor thinks he's in charge of everyone and encourages everybody else to surrender, or whether he surrenders himself.
No. The suggestion to him was surrender, so he himself will lower his sword, not drop it, but just lower his sword and shield to his sides, and just stop. He's going to stand still.
Okay.
Bend the knee.
Huh?
Will he bend the knee?
Yeah, will you bend the knee?
He will not bend the knee. He is surrendering. He is not bowing down to this person. He's just no longer fighting. He is putting his arms down
Poor Balthor.
and no longer looking as if he wants to fight.
Okay. The other fanatic is going to approach the other crate of glass, reach out his hand, touch it, and it disappears. Use the rest of his movement back to this craftsman who you can't quite see the detail there, but he looks like the guy in charge down here. So again, he's going to put a knife to his throat and start. He's going to start pulling him off backwards
Is he?
and start moving towards the back of the cave. That's the fanatic's turn. Hayes, if you would like to go now before the cultist who is asleep doesn't do anything. So yes, if you'd like to go now.
I'm going to move up to there
Okay.
and then move my detect thoughts as my action onto this one.
Okay. First.
And then.
Oh yeah. Sorry. Carry on.
Go on.
No, you go.
No, go on. Do that one first.
Can you also roll a perception for me, please?
I can. If I can find it, there it is. Oh, for God's sake, an 8.
That's fine. I will text you what you see, and you're going to cast Detect Thoughts.
Yeah, I'm
Or use
moving
your
it
thing.
onto this.
Okay.
Yeah, moving it onto this one.
So that guy is, he's thinking, we've got enough. He is scared that this is going sideways, and he's seeing all people's heads explode, get strangled by random hands, hooked like a fish in a river. It's all going a bit weird. So he is working on his exit plan. The glass,
Sweet, I'm gonna.
the glass is where
Sorry,
it
go
needs.
on.
The glass is where it needs to be. He needs to get out at whatever cost, and that's his thoughts.
I'm gonna bonus action, dash up to there and hide. I am just behind this wood.
Yep, that's fine. It's a
It'll
table.
let me.
It's like a table kind of slab thing, so you can duck down behind it if you wish.
Sweet.
Can you roll a stealth for me as well?
I can.
I'm going to give you advantage because this guy is kind of distracted and nervous.
There we go. I needed the advantage.
Yeah, that's fine.
Nice.
So he doesn't know you're there.
That's fine. That's it for this turn.
Okay.
Because I'm before him again on the next one, so that'll work.
Yep. Tom, what would you like to do?
What would Tom do? See, the issue I'm having is he saw Balthor lower his weapons. Does that mean Tom would think that the threat is over? I can speak to Balthor, right? I can say, Balthor, why have you lowered your weapons? Are we no longer fighting?
I just felt the overpowering urge to surrender.
No, with surrender, you've been. Do you know it's been cast on you? Or
No, I just felt
You
the
just-
urge to surrender. I'm not saying that was cast. I felt the urge just to stop fighting and just surrender.
Does Tom stop fighting and surrender? Mr. Balthor, sir?
You see, part of me would say Balthor is surrendering, but if he knows there are still people at risk, he wants to fight, but he knows that he can't do anything. So I don't know what he would say. It does say in the description that if the DM wants to determine how the target behaves, so you can tell me whether or not I would have my own mind, or if at this minute in time I am just focusing solely on surrendering.
it's just the concept of whether you surrendering as an individual, or do you see yourself as the leader of this group and therefore surrender as a group kind of thing?
I don't see myself as the leader, but in a lot of ways I see myself as the only competent member of the party.
Only a lot of
is how
I
Balthor
wondered how
feels
you
at
were
the
going to
minute.
phrase that, and that is perfect.
He's starting to see glimpses that other people have a lot to offer, but he feels at this minute in time he's the only one competent to actually be in the guild.
It's not just
Would
this
he- would
glass
he
that
have-
needs refining.
Would you have the
I'm-
presence of
I'm-
mind to say, the mission is saving the miners?
I'm wondering if there is something that I could maybe roll
An
to
insight?
determine Tom's action. Yeah, maybe an insight. Because some might think that it's uncharacteristic of Balthor to suddenly down tools and stop fighting.
This seems at odds with your programming that you've been told.
Yeah, like this doesn't make sense. This wasn't the
Yeah.
plan. Why would he suddenly stop fighting?
Yeah.
A 12. Would
Ooh,
that be enough for Tom to
that is-
realise that something's amiss?
Straight down the middle.
Yeah, it's about as average as it gets.
Yeah, okay. Balthor, can you roll me... It's the nearest I can think of like a performance. So what your behaviour is.
Yeah, is Tom convinced that this is normal, or does it seem amiss?
I'm going to say that the lower it was, the more not normal it feels. So if it was a 20, you would go, this is Balthor behaving absolutely normally.
Tom's entirely convinced
something
that this
weird.
is now the plan. Yeah.
So there is something.
I think...
There's something. Balthor is behaving differently than you have observed him, and you know that there is something changed going on here.
Okay. I think
really
then that...
calm. You could just see a giant vein just in his head, just
like he's got some internal struggle, but for some
Yeah.
reason. I think then what Tom's reaction to that would be, given that all of that, then would be to say, Mr. Balthor, sir, I suggest you pick up your arms. We still have to save these people, I think. And then would move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 to there. For my action, I assume this cultist that was death save, this miner that was death savey is still alive, but rolling death saves.
Yep, I haven't been. It's been how many turns since then?
Just one, I think.
Yeah,
Since he
okay.
had his throat slit.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, Tom is going to use his one remaining spell slot to cast Cure Wounds on the somewhat dead miner, and heal them back for 11 points
Which
of health.
I think might be the best he's ever felt in his entire life.
It was 1 point away from max healing.
what? You guys should all get your throat slit. You feel so much better afterwards.
He's a commoner. He had 4 hit points. So
Yeah.
you've healed him for 11. He
Like
feels
nearly
like
3 times his max healthiness.
he feels like a god. He's come back to life and just like, all my aches have stopped.
Cool. And then
My
I
acne's
will,
cleared up.
You've cured his lactose intolerance.
and then I will cannon shot the fanatic next to the Maximilian.
I thought, thankfully, you're not going to cannon shot the miner you just healed.
He had a god complex. It freaked Tom out.
That'd be a 19.
Okay, so what we're doing with that? The
cannon shot on blue cultist fanatic.
on the fanatic, yeah. 13.
Yeah, with my bonus action. So 13 plus 6, so 19 to
that
hit.
will hit.
Cool. For just 8 points of damage.
Just 8. Okay. This guy hadn't actually seen you in action, so that's interesting. Right.
I feel like I've spoken enough that I'd have used my 6 seconds of speaking this turn, so that will be everything for me.
Okay, bear with 1 second. Right, so that's you done, and your cannon is fired. Balthor, babe, what you doing?
Standing still, hands by my side, still surrendering because I have to do that for my next turn.
You get to roll a wisdom save at the end of your turn.
Nope,
To
because
break
it
that's
says
one
it's
turn.
just for your next turn. Yeah, so
Oh, okay. It's not a lasting thing. It's just 1 turn.
yes.
Fairs.
So
Okay.
I will just still stay exactly as I am, still hands by my side, doing nothing, looking less threatening, and looking somewhat surrendery.
Cool. Not cool, but hey, Hayes.
I would like to cast Suggestion on the red cultist fanatic.
Okie let's have a look. Okay, so he's got to do a wisdom save. Would you like me to do that before or after you tell me what you're going to suggest he do?
I'm going to suggest he throw his weapon behind him and lay on the floor face down.
Okay. And it's a wisdom save.
Yeah.
To beat what?
I don't know.
8 plus 2,
It's your wisdom bonus.
plus, yeah, probably wisdom.
My wisdom is...
Or whatever your spell modifier is.
Now this is...
It's my bandana.
It's not charmed or frightened, is it? No, so it's just as...
Detect
Is it-
thoughts. The detect thoughts spell is a DC 13.
Well,
Presumably be the same.
Yeah, DC 13 for the suggestion as well.
so that's an 11. So what have you suggested he do?
Throw his weapon behind him and lay on the floor face down.
He does that.
Sweet. What's this guy's reaction that stood next to him?
Pink dude.
Yeah.
He's just...
He's gone from being dragged away with a knife to his neck to this guy's lying down.
Put the boot in.
No, he's had a knife to his throat. He's not used to that. He's a craftsman and a miner, so he's just a little bit frozen and scared. He may have peed himself a little bit, so he just doesn't know what's going on.
Okay. So that was my action.
Yes.
Am I allowed to tie his hands together as a bonus action?
How long does this suggestion go on for?
8 hours.
8 hours. Of course you can, because it's not like I can do anything about it. So he ain't going anywhere. You want to
It
tie
does-
him up?
It does say
I
if
wanna
the
tie him
suggested
up.
activity can be completed in a shorter time, the spell ends when the subject finishes what it was asked to
Ah, so he lays down and throws his sword behind, and then the suggestion stops.
do. In theory, based on the wording, yeah. So he can't do anything until it's his turn, but on its
Yeah.
turn, it can do whatever it wants.
On his turn, he can, but in the meantime, if you'll allow it as a bonus
Yeah.
action, I'm kind of going to straddle the back of him, so I'm sat on him and tie his hands behind him.
Okay, I might roll to see if he enjoys that. So given that wording, you've tied him up, and next thing I'm going to roll to see if he will break out of it. So that was... Were you holding your turn, or was that your turn?
That was my turn.
That was your turn. It is the Fanatic's go now. So...
Mhm.
No? Alithia, yes, it is. Sorry, it's Alithia's go. Screens, I do apologise. There's so many numbers.
That's okay. The first thing I'm going to do is, come on, Balfour, you need to keep going, and telekinetically push him forward 5 feet.
Strength saves.
He can willingly fail it if he wants to.
Yes, but I am going to say that as I'm surrendering, my feet won't move and I will fall face forward 5 feet.
Alithia telekinetically pushes Balfour to the ground. 5 feet forward.
Stays perfectly straight as well. He doesn't bend at all. He just falls straight forward.
I'm not going to make
You
you
want
take any
to?
damage. Because that would be cruel. And he's only little, so it wouldn't be that much of full damage. How does Lithia react to that?
What are you doing down there, you idiot? We need you. But I'm not going to move anywhere because I'm still cowering behind him. But
You're laying down behind my shoes.
but I will let go of the passed out cultist and grab a hold of the not so passed out fanatic.
So you want to move to that dude there?
Well, I was just going to stay in the same spot.
Okay, fine enough. So that's a strength save. And so much 14, so that fails. So how are you, again, are you grasping with a
Non-lethally.
non-lethal attack?
Yes, please.
So that's 7. Okay. Well, he's not dead. It did some damage. But he is restrained and a bit wiggly. Now, you let go of the other cultist. who was unconscious, so he just falls to the floor, but he's still unconscious. And he was at 0 HP, wasn't he? Can't remember. I'm going to say yes. Okay. Cultist turn. There's only one. The other one's dead. Nothing happens there. Sorry, Elithie, was there anything else that you could do? No.
That was it.
Trailblazer?
Yes, that's it. He's just circling. Everyone seems to be in hand.
Just
literally.
owling around.
Yeah.
Well played.
Tom?
Okie dokie. Did the fanatics struggle against their restraints in any way on their turn, or?
They will do.
Oh, have they not had their turn yet? Okay.
Oh, yeah, God, my thing's all messed up. Yes, so they would have had after Trailblazer, but I'd skipped over that and ignored that, so, oh my God. Thank you, I'm sorry.
It's okay, keep going, Kat. You're doing great.
The fanatic up here is going to wrestle against his bonds. Now, I'm going to go for a dex save on this one, see if he can get out. 5. That's a no. And is there, with the... Can't think of
Hand,
words.
I think, is a strength save again.
Hand is a strength save.
I think it's the same one still.
I would believe so. I would assume so, to try and break out of its grasp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, 17. What was your
He's out.
description of that?
It was a 14, so
Yeah.
it just breaks free of the grasp and is no longer restrained.
Okay, so that's their actions.
Mhm.
Yep, and this guy is going to back off for his movement.
What?
Back away from the hand.
The shame that
Does the hand get a?
reaction.
I was going to say, does the hand get a reaction?
Should it attack?
Can it make a punch of opportunity?
No.
I don't think it can.
No.
Bigby's hand can, but
Yes.
I think.
Yeah, it's only a level 2 spell.
Yeah.
Let me just have a look. That is... And that is... Okay, for a bonus action, now that he's broken free of that, he is going to cast Spiritual Weapon. And something else I've got to try and remember to do something with. Good luck, everybody. It's going to be fun. I do have a thing for that as well. So I did. Maybe I don't. No, I don't. That's fun. So it's just next to him for now. I'm going to use the dead body of the cultist as a spiritual weapon. It's some kind of impressive, evil-looking, swordish, cultist thing, but I'm just going to use that token of the dead corpse. So you can imagine that if you want to as well.
This will affect me detrimentally, but you can cast it, I believe, within 30 feet, and whilst casting it can attack. So if you wanted to cast it in front of Tom, you could try and stab me with it.
Cool, that's just what I was reading there. When I cast the spell, you can make a melee attack against a creature within 5 feet of the weapon. The range is 60 feet.
60 feet, not 30, yeah. So anyone within 60 feet, you can cast it in front of and stab them with it.
Hi, thanks, Graham.
I mean, like I say, I know it's going to be detrimental to myself, but
I don't
it's
think
all
I've
fair
actually
in,
managed to hit anyone today, so
all fair in love and DMing.
thank you. It's been a week of a day, so I do appreciate the help. How do I hit with it? Do I just press it?
Melee spell attack.
Yes.
So yeah, D20 plus whatever. So yeah, it'll work for that.
19
So
to hit.
a 19 will indeed hit Tom.
And that is level 2.
Oh,
Now, don't we all agree that was worth it?
yes.
That was so
Oh, yeah.
worth it. Oh my God.
Damage. Damage is damage.
He did a third of its damage.
Tom,
Third
Tom
of
is
its max damage.
Tom is now bloodied.
Cool. That's something.
Oiled.
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 That sounds worse.
Yeah, it does.
What are you
Tom
planning
is-
to do, Tom?
Tom is lubed up.
We've got Balfour with his 8-pack and Tom's all lubed up. Hayes
At
is
least he was a hand job.
Alicia's doing hand
And
jobs.
Hayes is straddling someone.
And Hayes is tying people up. I mean, guys.
Not a BDSM podcast.
Podcast. Have inspiration for that one. I am not consistent how I hand that out. It just makes me laugh. So that's fine. We are back to the top of the order. Tom. Thomas?
Okay, Tom is now going to fire a firebolt at the cultist that just cast a spiritual weapon at him, the fanatic. 23 to hit
Fuck yeah, that hits.
for 5 fire damage.
Yup.
And then cannon blast. That
I used to
is
say cannonball and just jump in the river.
an 18 to hit with the cannon blast
That will hit again.
for 12 points of force damage.
Oh, he is not looking very good at all.
Okie dokie. Yeah, that'll be me.
Balthor.
What the hell's just happened? And I will use half my movement to stand up. Raise my sword and shield back into their normal positions. And walk 12.5 feet. So if it's okay, I'll just round that up to the 15 just because it'd be easier.
That's fine.
I get to there. And hand axes. What is the distance on a hand axe?
I'd imagine 20 feet for a thrown melee weapon.
Yeah,
usually.
40 feet will be disadvantage.
Hmm.
So I will disadvantagedly launch my hand axe at the cultist, the fanatic. Ooh.
That hits.
For 7 slashing damage.
You only needed 1. How do you do it?
Looking extremely pissed off. He's just going to run and just throw it with everything he has. It's just going to be somersault through the air, and it's just going to embed itself straight into the middle of his sternum and just stay there.
Love it. He is going to stand and then fall as the axe embeds itself in his chest. And he died.
Cool. Then I just... thank you, Tom. You did the right thing. I'm very proud of you.
Thank you. Tom is trying to learn.
I only have a bonus action left, so I will end my turn.
Okay, just give me 1 moment. I just need to... Right. Is that going to start working again? Thank you. So this
Welcome.
it stopped working for a moment, but it's working again now. Hayes.
I shall. Ugh. Not climbing over everything. Right. I would like to make an unlethal attack with my rapier. This guy next to me, is he classed as an enemy to the guy I'm about to attack?
Yes.
Sweet, I get my sneak. Can I use my inspiration to re-roll it?
If you would
Oh,
like
no, it's
to.
advantage, isn't it? 'Cause
Oh,
is it advantage because he's down on the floor?
yes.
He's restrained anyway, so it'd be advantage.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Ouch.
How the hell do I miss?
Maybe you're
Now,
just
now you can use your inspiration to reroll.
yeah.
Yeah. There we
Oh my
go.
god, it got
Wow.
considerably worse.
Wow.
Wow, it's really bad rolls.
That's
10 damage.
It's a good thing you don't need them.
cool. So you've just damaged him a bit. He's not dead.
Bonks him on the back of the
That's
head
fine.
with the hill.
And then I would like to, if possible,
Mm-hmm.
give the guy next to me a dagger and tell him to set the others free and get them out of here. We'll find everyone else.
I like that. He
So
is going
we'll give him one
to
of my daggers.
just say thank you and run.
Don't trust the others that are dressed like me.
I don't think there's any left.
Well, I'm dressed as a cultist, aren't I?
Oh, that's
the only
true.
one, the only one left is the one that you've got tied up at your feet because the other one's unconscious.
That's the only one
and
left
rest are
here.
all
We don't know
dead.
who else is in the cave.
Oh, tell a lie.
me.
There is one currently roped to the bridge.
Oh yeah, there is
There's
that. So he will set his people free, including the guy who feels absolutely incredible now.
Like, no, give me the dagger. I
So
can
he's
live
like-
to fight another day.
Jogging in front. You've cured my
They're not all
cancer.
running out. Oh.
My sciatica has cleared up something, something amazing.
That's it. I'm going to stay on top of this guy. I've still got his hands tied up for now. Like, obviously, one hand on him, but that's it for me. I can't do anything else.
I was just wanting to see if he liked it, and he's not into it.
Yeah.
So is that your go?
Yep.
Alithia.
I assume they haven't all managed to sprint past me in 6 seconds.
Oh no, because you're still dressed as a cultist, aren't you? I was just moving them out of the way, but yes, they probably wouldn't know what to do and stop when encountered. And this guy has a dagger that he's going to.
Well, Hayes specifically said, "Don't trust anybody else dressed like me."
Yes. So he's going to take a swing at you. I don't
Excellent.
have any stats for the commoners. I don't think I did.
It'd be a D20 plus whatever their dex is.
Nothing.
So a straight D20.
8.
It actually misses.
So he's so busy shaking that.
It wasn't much to get.
So he is just going to be like, can't trust anyone. He's a little bit traumatized by everything. So, yeah. So,
Is it my turn now?
yes. I was just trying to work out whether I'd moved on or not or when things happened. But yes, it's your turn now.
Okay, so upon that, I think it'd be hood down and mask off. Don't know if you want me to use that as an action at all,
No, you
for the
can.
action.
No, you can use that as a bonus action.
Yeah, and then like, I was the Vanguard. Please don't hit me.
And he's just gonna be like, I don't know what's going on.
We do escape, but you know we might need someone's some information from one of you. Who's in charge?
That's me. Don't hurt us. Don't hurt us.
I know I'm just going to this, but is Craig still dressed? Alethea still dressed as a cultist?
Was.
I've
Okay.
just hood down and mask off.
I'll be right back. I've just got to take Harry up to bed. One sec.
Bless.
Me and Craig have a friend called Harry, so when Craig says things like that, I sometimes picture he's taking my friend to bed.
Actually, I'm just going to go and refill my
He
water
pushes
as well.
that
I'll be
thing.
back in a sec.
What did I miss?
The Hazers basically set the miners all free, but they got to the bridge and saw me dressed as a cultist, and the leader took a swing at me with a knife.
Oh,
I told
no.
him not to trust anybody else dressed like me, and I completely forgot Alethea was there. So he's ran past, took a swing and a miss, and I'm still straddled on top of one of the cultists. I could do with some help if he breaks free.
I've taken the disguise off on the assumption that they've all been set free, which Trailblazer would tell me that anyway.
Is Alethea okay having someone take a swing at her so close?
It is. Yeah. It was missed, so it wasn't so bad.
No, but still, I mean,
Yeah,
she's not used to having someone trying to hit her with a dagger.
Not with a dagger, no. She's just been attacked and like been bullied in childhood, but not a knife.
Balthur is in charge of all the characters' mental health, so he's just checking in on them.
Oh, I love him.
As he calls them
Yeah.
all incompetent fools.
Little bit. Is he
My
wrong?
bladder is fully under
I mean,
control.
I am thinking of Thor here in Guardians of the Galaxy, where he's like, when he's talking to the guys, farewell, morons.
So yeah, early if you just like, who's in charge? Just we might need some more information. Could you talk to Balfour?
The pink guy is in charge, and he is still not entirely convinced as what on earth is going on.
Oh, I can do a persuasion.
Yes,
You can
please.
see how very good I am at that.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Okay, so this guy can see now that you've taken the hood off. Are you doing anything else to show?
I took the mask off, mask and hood both off.
Yeah.
I've said I'm part of the Vanguard, so
That's the magic word. He kind of relaxes. It's like if someone said to you kind of like, it's the SAS or the Marines have turned up. It's like, oh, okay.
Depends which Marines. If
Brits
it was
have
the
turned up.
British Marines, then it'd be like, yes. If it was the American, it'd be like, well, they're probably going to kill
no.
us if we're friendly.
Yeah. I mean, there's a certain, you can see him kind of relax, but there's also a kind of like, really? Because my guy just got his throat slit and that guy's just stood there and there's a robot blasting people's head off. So he's a little confused because he's heard the rumours of the Vanguard, but he may not have actually seen them in person. But he is definitely visibly more relieved and on your side now.
Can I intervene now and walk across?
Mm-hmm.
I would like to show them any sort of markings or
Yep.
signatures we have that belong to the Vanguard as I step forward.
So there is.
are we
like,
still in combat?
I'm going to say you're out of combat now. You've got one unconscious cultist, and the fanatic is tied up and restrained and sat and under a haze.
And one's in the river.
Yes. Oh yeah, and that dude in the river.
As I start walking towards them, I'll say to Tom, Tom, can you help our friend over there? Don't worry. It's a cultist outfit, but it's our friend Hayes underneath that outfit.
Which one?
The one sitting on the fanatic.
Oh, okay.
Yes. She's easy to spot.
Okie dokie.
And then, yeah, I'll walk across to these four miners and say, yes, we are members of the Vanguard. I can appreciate things maybe looked a little strange, but we're a new team and we're only just starting to get to know each other and find out how to work together. So, though it may have seemed unorthodox, our mission was to save you, and saved you are.
And the miner who is better than ever, she's been like, you guys are incredible. I don't know what happened. It was very scary. Then I saw a bright light, and now I feel amazing.
You look amazing.
No, you look amazing.
I know.
So yeah, they're all feeling the relief now. The guy in the water is still splashing and thrashing away, although you've noticed the thrashing has kind of stopped.
If I see his head is going under the water, I would pull the rope so his head was out the water, but then retie it so he was still tied up, but his head was out the water.
Okay.
And I will
Pulling
leave
him
him
out
there
and
until
tying
he
him
is.
up.
I will leave him there until he's unconscious.
He is unconscious.
Then I will tie him. I will start pulling him out of the water, but only after the miners are out of the way, because I
Well,
don't think that'd be fair to them.
let's move them as they all happily jog back to the village.
Can I ask them a question?
Before you go, can you please answer my my friend's questions? Go, Alethea.
Yep.
Do your best.
Did you overhear what what these people in the masks were saying at all? Any idea who they were?
They wouldn't identify themselves. They've had us here for a while. I don't know how long. I've lost track of time. But they've taken all our days' work, 2 days' work. I think it's only been a day. I don't know. But they've taken all what we've produced and some of our reserves as well. I don't know what they've done with it, but it just disappears.
Do you know how much glass that was, or?
I would say, and this is the guy in pink, they took the 2 from up there, and I think there was another 4. So they've probably had 6 crates.
How much metric tonnage is in a crate?
I don't know.
No, sorry, cat.
I was going to ask monetary value, but I'm not bothered either.
I don't know. It's a significant amount.
Is this all that you have seen?
Yeah. This
Excellent.
is the main bit of the mine. There's some bits further that way that we were looking to start excavating, but no one's down that way anymore.
Is this everyone, all the miners, is everyone that was held captive? There's no one else
Yeah,
elsewhere?
this was the shift that was on. There was a couple that managed to get out, but we're the main guys, so it was just us.
Well, Alethea, if you don't mind, please make your way home, see your families. We have to come through the village to make our way out anyway, so we will hopefully converse with you later.
And Captain Goodbody is just like, oh yeah, definitely want to shake your hand later, mate, but I can see you still got things on. And he is like jogging off, knees aplenty, all over the place. And I'll move those out of the way.
Tom and Hayes, so we move to them.
I was going to say, meet in the middle with the unconscious one.
So you have
Should,
one pretty drowned one unconscious one, and one tied up dude.
Yeah, well, if I'm pulling the other one out of the water, I'm pulling it out of the water. I am not removing the grappling hook, but I will use the rest of the rope to tie him up. Thoroughly, so if he does move, a quick tug on the rope is going to make that grappling hook move and cause him a great deal of pain.
Yes. Hang on a minute. Sorry, say that bit again. I was distracted by something going wrong over there.
So I'm going to pull the one out of the water, put him on the bridge. As I do, I'm not going to remove the grappling hook.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to use the rest of the rope to wrap it around him and tie him up. Upper body so he can still use his legs. But keep it so if I tug hard on his rope, the grappling hook will wriggle in his wound just to keep him in check.
Okay.
Because Balthar is ruthless if he needs to be.
so we've got one who's conscious at the top.
Mm-hmm.
Tom and Hayes. I mean, as
Is
Tom
it
runs
me?
straight, yeah, Tom's run straight over and sit on him as well, does he?
No,
I
that's
think-
that's very much not what Tom is going to do. If it's me, I'll go. Is it me?
Yes.
Okay,
think so.
I'm going to ruthlessly murder the one that's unconscious in front of me because Balthor never told me not to keep killing the ones that were in front of me. So the last instruction Balthor gave Tom was kill everyone that's a cultist that isn't the one sat on the fanatic that's in front of you, and that includes the unconscious one on the floor, unfortunately.
Oh yeah, that's a
that
spiritual
is-
weapon. That's gone.
Yeah, that is very much in keeping with what Tom was told to do, and Tom following the plan to the letter. So yeah, he's going to because he's prone. It'd be disadvantage if I use ranged weapons. So just walk over and bonk him with a quarterstaff.
Yep. I mean, he's prone
Two-handed
unconscious, so it'll
bonk.
crit. Yep. Well, yeah.
It was a crit anyway.
Goddamn ridiculous.
So
Yep.
11 points of bonking damage.
Yep, he's dead.
Just walked over and just snaps his neck with a quarterstaff. But yeah.
Alethea did try to cast shield to prevent it, but obviously no chance of helping whatsoever.
Wouldn't help anyway. That's a reaction spell for yourself, Alethea.
So as that happens, I'm gonna address two of you specifically with what happens next. So, Hayes, can you roll me a perception, please?
Yep. Fuck's sake.
No, that's fine. Based on what I told you before, it's that, but more, a little.
Okay.
You are distracted by what you've seen and what you've repeatedly seen.
Yep.
Balthor, how do you react to Tom, and have you seen what he's doing?
I haven't because I'm currently lifting this other guy out the wall. I imagine while Tom does that. So
Okay, that's fine.
So we were deep in conversation, to be honest, weren't we?
So who was?
Yeah.
Balthor and...
yeah, would have been.
Alethea.
I imagine Balthor and Ithila would have been talking to the cultists as Tom walked
And
across.
did
So
that.
we probably would have seen that.
So sorry, were you talking to the fanatic?
No, we would have been
We
talking
were talking
because
to the miners.
yeah,
The
while we
miners.
was talking to the miners, Tom would have instead of just standing there. I imagine in that time Tom would have walked across,
Killed that person.
killed
Okay.
that person, and just
Kept going.
So,
doing Tom things.
so Balthor, are you paying attention to the fanatic, or are you paying attention to everything else?
Well, after we finished speaking to the miners, I would have been trying to rope up the fanatic.
Okay. Hayes, you're distracted and you don't notice that at this moment the fanatic starts muttering under his breath and does the magic equivalent of biting down on the old cyanide capsule and kills himself rather than be captured. Balthor, you hear the fanatic next to you start muttering under
was
his breath as well.
You said he was unconscious.
Oh, which one? Oh, the one.
The
Yeah.
one
Okay.
that we
River.
semi-drowned. Yeah.
Okay, so he's still unconscious, but the one who was tied up unconscious basically has cyanide pilled himself rather than being caught.
Fair enough.
So you have one unconscious fanatic with a hook in him.
I will swap my clothes to the fanatic's clothes. They seem more important
Oh no.
after I've cleansed and stoned them clean.
Yep, that
Oh no. Oh no.
Come on, Tom.
Yeah, come on, Tom.
Well, I don't know what you've told Tom to do. I'm not in earshot.
I know.
But surely he's on his way up to me. Surely he'd see me changing. Like changing the clothes, taking the clothes off the dead guy and putting them on.
I hope so, but that's not my call.
He did.
Hey!
Thank fuck.
So I would like to de-straddle the dead guy,
Mm-hmm.
stick his clothes on, and then go and join the others. with my hood down for now so they know it's me.
Lovely. Well, you can change if you want.
Oh, yes.
I've given Angela the ability to change her token. So she can change at will. It's very exciting.
Oh, no, I'm not that one.
An old lady.
I'm not that one. Oh, I don't have that one.
Oh, don't you?
Oh, yeah, it's gonna be my face for now, yeah.
I'll drop the other one in later. As you
No, don't worry
as you collect faces, I'll add them to your tokens.
about it.
So, what would you like to do now?
Um,
The thing that you messaged me, which direction was that?
Up to the right, top right.
Right, okay. That one.
No.
You know, that one.
Yes.
That one. Yeah. That's fine. I'll go anywhere but there.
Yep.
I suggest we go back and try the other road.
I think we've saved all the miners.
The miners have been saved. You have one unconscious fanatic and an empty mine, bar a few spiders.
What happened to all the other cultists? Didn't one of them get tied up? Because Trailblazer's seen that.
He popped a pill and oofed. He gone.
He power word killed himself, or homebrew waved equivalent.
Okay. Oh.
Some dark incantation rather than be captured.
I didn't kill him. I did unlethal damage to him. My plan was first to talk to him. He killed himself. Just want to put that out there.
After hearing that, Balthor is going to take a boot off his foot, remove his sock, put his boot back on, and he's going to stuff his sweaty, well-worn sock into the unconscious fanatic's mouth, using the rope to keep it in there just to make sure that he cannot speak. Knowing he's a spellcaster, he seems that would be a safe thing to do as well. So he can still breathe through his nose. He's not going to kill him. But
very clever, I do like it.
But
and
also thought he would,
gross.
yeah, also thought he would use his sock just to really go to town on him.
Oof. Amazing. So, is there anything else you want to do in the mine, or do you want to head back to the village?
We've
Is this the
never
end of the mine?
everything of interest.
Is this where the mine ended?
Yes, pretty much.
Can I do an investigation on the fanatics, since it's a different sort of corpse to a fanatic, to the cultist, just to see if there's anything different we can find?
He's just wearing better robes.
Just better.
It's still
same symbol.
Still the same
He
symbol.
had a worse weapon.
That's a Catherine fault, not a fanatic fault.
I'm sure they had. I'm sure they had better spells though.
Oh, he had a lot more. He had spells that I chose not to use for whatever stupid reason, and he left the grunt work to the cultists.
Well, if there's nothing left to search for in the mine, I don't think Khalifa's got anything else in mind to go looking for.
I'm putting the dagger that this guy had into my bag of holding.
Cool.
And I will just say to the fight, do we need to keep these two bodies, or do we want to keep them for further investigation, or are they just meat and flesh?
Tom does not see the importance of keeping human corpses.
I'd say if we keep the the uniform, the robe, so we've got evidence of the symbol to take back with us.
Fine. When we get out this mine, I will bury them.
That's very noble.
Yeah, Alethea's no longer going to be wearing their robe. She'll be back to her normal outfit.
Okay, so is everybody returning to their normal appearance? Is there anything else you want to gather from the mine, or are we heading back to the village?
Well, I'm not touching any of this valuable glass. As a hero, I don't think I should be dealing or taking any of that, so I would just be saying hi-ho. Hi ho, it's out the mine we go, as a dwarf.
Okay.
If we've not seen anything that looks interesting other than just crates of glass, then I'd just be walking back out the way.
Okay, so
Carrying the fanatic on my shoulder.
I'd maybe want to go down the other way from the last map.
so
There's just
hang on.
spiders down there.
Oh, is that all it was?
Yeah.
That's fine then.
I mean, there were
There,
some
there was
crates
a
with
table.
healing potions in if you needed them, but you'd have to fight some giant spiders first. Okay, so we should all be back to the village.
Yes.
So
Yep.
you have emerged from the mine here, roughly. As you emerge, the miners have gone ahead of you, and the village has started to emerge from their hiding, jubilant and thankful for the Vanguard for turning up. The lady who tracked you down, Shoshana, will run up to you, embrace the miner in charge, the guy with the little pink dot, who you now know to be her son Johan. She's grateful that you have saved her son, the miners, and this village. Everyone is very excited, and Shoshana will approach you all and just be like, "We're so thankful. Thank you for what you've done. You need to... I ask respectfully if you will come and meet our elder who wishes to say thank you. Come and speak to Morwen. She wants to say thank you."
Will there
Yeah.
be food?
Yes, she has.
Will there be ale?
It's a tea shop, but I'm sure we can find something for you.
Do you
Lead the
suppose
way.
anybody here may be able to heal my friend? And I will turn to look at Tom, who looks a little bit beaten up, and any healing potions or healer here who may
Any
be able to help
mechanics
him.
nearby?
Yes,
Certainly less
There a
clothes to
garage?
wear than normal.
Morwen and her son, her daughter and son-in-law, they are also. I think Ernst is a healer, so he'll definitely be able to heal you up.
Excellent.
So would you like to meet them?
Yeah, sure.
Cool. So
Yes.
I'm going to move you to a quaint little tea shop.
I'm back to my normal human-looking self.
Okay.
I've got rid of the clothes, back to my normal clothes.
Let me just set a few things up here. I will drop your tokens on.
Is that Superman?
And the
Is
top?
that the guy who plays
No.
Superman?
No.
Yeah.
Catherine being a little bit extra, all the tokens and all the NPCs and most of the maps in the handouts are all generated by AI. I use a program called Midjourney. So I have redone the art for everything, and I am obsessed with this particular program. So, Hayes, you are back to yourself, aren't you?
I am.
Not coming in dressed as one of the thugs.
No.
I'm still carrying one of the thugs.
I mean, you can dump him outside or leave him with one of the miners to guard, or if you want to keep him with you, that's fine.
I'm alive inside the bag of holding.
He wouldn't last very long, so
No. Bear with.
if he starts stirring, then I'm just going to hit him on the back of the head with the hilt of my sword just to knock him back out again.
That's fine. So this is a quaint little tea shop. It's empty at the moment because everyone's been in hiding. There is Shoshana who has come in with you. Although I don't have a token for the other woman I said there were, so we'll pretend it's her. And there's a guy at the back called Ernst who is he's a healer. So if Tom wants healing, he can pop to the healer, who I'm sure can cook him up something in the back to make sure he's healed. And sat over here, quite comfy, is an elderly lady who doesn't seem surprised at all to see that you've walked in.
I'll just walk in,
No.
take a seat, and just drop the body with a thud next to me.
Who was pinging?
That's me. Sorry.
That's all right. So Hayes has sat down next to Morwen, and Morwen will look across at Hayes, and she'll be like, "Oh, my child, you are a different one, aren't you? You have been many faces."
I'm going to look at her slightly confused, but slightly impressed.
And she reaches
She
across
did
and
try
just
to blend.
she reaches across and pats your knee, and she says, "I see you. You are an interesting one. So I understand that you have helped us out."
I'm assuming because we're in a tea room that there's like teacups and everything on the
Yep,
table.
there's teacups.
Yeah.
There's they're going to be working up towards an evening session. No one's here at the moment because they've all been hiding, so it's all fairly.
I'd like to pour myself a cup of tea, and I'd like to top up the old lady's tea while I'm there as well.
Okay. It's like, it's very kind of you, my dear. So who are you? Who are your friends? I see you. And she kind of
Tom will
looks
say,
at
You're a
"Hi, I'm
peculiar
Tom."
one.
Tom will say, "Hi, I'm Tom."
Hi, I'm Tom. You're an unusual one too. You're all
I did
unusual.
take Harry to bed, but he's just been sick all over himself in his bed, so he's
Oh,
reappeared
no.
downstairs while Kelly sorts his bed out.
Oh,
Bless.
well, I've got
No
one.
school for you.
Oh, I've got one
Shouldn't
more.
eat them chips.
I've got one more thing. So,
Please tell my question now don't stop.
oh, bless him.
Why?
Bless.
Why?
Twice.
Twice. It's all those chips that you ate. Yeah.
It's that chocolate that Daddy let you have.
Family
And
size.
then the custard creams after.
Well, she will look around and she will say, "You have done us a great favour. Maybe you would like some of our glass as a reward?"
What's so special about your glass? I mean, it's beautiful, don't get me wrong, but why are they trying to steal it? What's...
And she reaches behind to a shelf where there's like an array of them, and you'll notice that kind of hanging from the ceiling that there are like pendants made of this glass that they reflect the light in such beautiful ways. And she takes a piece of it and holds it up, and she said, "It's just so beautiful. It's crystal clear, and you can view so much through it. So much can be used for it, but it's only from here and only with our secret. It's very rare and very useful. But you have saved the best of us, and you have saved the ones who make this possible." And she has some in her hand, and if each of you would like some, you are more than willing to take some.
Yeah, I will take a bit of glass.
I'll take some too.
Balthor will walk across and say, "Hi, I'm Balthor." Taking a page from Tom's book.
Hello, Balthor. I see conflict in you. But that's okay.
Yes.
Conflict can be good. Conflict can be bad. But that's fine.
Conflict feels like home to me sometimes.
10 minutes and we'll go up.
And
yeah?
that's good. And then she looks at Alithia and says,
Except Alicia's
Reading a book.
You want to walk down?
no. First thing she's done is to your eyes. There's just a cup
Water
floating
up.
towards her, but it's her mage hand which is invisible.
Mhm.
And obviously filled that up, brought it to herself, and then when offered the glass, the mage hand then went and gathered the glass to bring it to herself.
Mhm.
So it's all floating in the air like it's
and
magic.
Magic, you say?
Shoshana and Ernst are a little bit... don't get many spellcasters in this village. They're a real hands-on kind of people. But Morwen is like not phased. There is a little smile on her face, and she looks and goes, "Oh, my child, you're one of conflict as well, aren't you? What a contradiction you are. Delicious." And then she says, and looks down on the table in front of her. And now you can notice on the table in front of her, what you thought was like a display plate, you can actually see is a large reflective piece of this glass. And it is large and it is beautiful and it is highly polished. And she leans forward into it and says, sometimes this glass tells us interesting things. And she leans forward and pauses.
I grab her head and bang it into the glass. No, I don't.
And then she looks
No, I
up.
don't. I don't.
Damn me. And then she
The
looks
good
at all of
guys.
you and says, the heavens crack and the stars do wane. When the night overthrows the fading light, the smiling one will shatter chain and balance vanishes from sight. Mayhem will dance with mirthful glee among celestial shards as bitter rain. The balance will break and harmony flee, and with mocking laughter chaos gains. Yet in the storm hope's spark does glow. Seek ancient counsel and their wisdom glean. In the hands of the brave opposition grows. All aspects gathered, hope's light is seen.
How long have you been working on that?
And then she's just like, you have a challenge ahead.
Knowing Cat's probably got an AI to write it for her.
A little bit. No, a little bit. There's some polishing there. And I will make that. You can see it and pull it apart, but there's a hush that falls as she talks, and it's obvious she's looking at something in this glass that you cannot see. She has seen something ahead that she doesn't understand. And through words that come from her and other places come through her, she tells you that information and picks up her glass, or picks up a cup of tea, sits back and drinks it.
Can I do a history check to see if I've ever seen or know any of those words?
I mean, there's words in there that you'll all know.
Like most of them.
Yes.
Yeah,
They're all common
Maybe
ones.
not in that order or that cadence, but
Any
we definitely know all
passages
those
that are
words.
familiar from any passages that are familiar from any other scripture.
No. Does anyone want to
And,
roll an insight?
Well, Balthor would
Yes,
just like to
please.
say, is there any chance you can tell us that in common so we actually know what you mean? It'd be much easier if you tell us what you mean than speaking riddles, old lady.
And she will look a little confused for a moment and just be like, tell you what in common?
What that means.
What means? And she's a little confused.
Okay.
I've heard about this. It's like I believe it's a dementia. It's something that happens when you become of a certain age.
Now that's just being
Here's your tea, darling.
that's being cheeky, little one, but I'll let you get away with that.
Did this old lady have any specific insights into Tom? Because she seemed to have specific insights into everybody else.
She just sees you and she doesn't. She's not surprised by you. She has the air of someone who's seen far more than most people in this village. Whether she's left the village or not, this glass in front of her obviously is some way for her to see insight beyond sight kind of things. So she doesn't know your history, but she knows what you are, and she knows what you're capable of.
Cool, Tom doesn't. Can she tell him?
Don't ask that, Tom. She will tell you some riddle that makes no sense.
Mr. Balthazar, is she a bad guy? As he
don't-
draws his cannon.
She
I don't
laughs.
believe so, no.
Oh, okay. And then he puts it back down again.
And that's where I'm going to end it.
Oh, I was going to say.
Oh, I
No,
was
no.
going to ask one question.
Yeah, I mean, carry on, but there's nothing beyond this, so feel free to ask
just
what you need to ask.
How did you do that? What is that you've got there?
Ah, this is my glass. Handed down from my mother, Her mother.
It's a hand-me-down.
It's a hand-me-down piece of glass. I mean, if
Alethea.
anyone else wants to look in it, you're more than welcome, but it will just
I
look
would
like
like to look
glass.
at my own piece of glass. Can I investigate my own bit of glass that she's given everybody?
Yeah. It's beautiful. And it's so refined. I mean, you've seen glasses, so people kind of wear glasses, and you've seen glass in windows, but this is like the thinnest but strongest thing you've seen. It is the light that comes through it is so sharp and clear, and it just looks beautiful and perfect.
Can I tilt the glass a little bit so the light that comes through it causes a beam of light onto Tom to see if it starts to melt the metal? If it starts to warm up, I'll take it off. I just want to test it.
I'm gonna say the light's not strong enough. I mean, possibly with a high enough roll and a strong enough light, then you would do, but it wouldn't work in here. This is kind of like a tea shop at about. This is like early evening, so we've got candles and the sun is not quite setting yet, but it's definitely dusky.
So the only thing I was going to ask is, Alethea, the symbol that you had seen, can you show this to Morwell and Morwen, see if she can identify what it may mean, and maybe she may be able to give us some clues?
Yeah, happy to. Alethea's going to go ahead and do that. Have you ever seen this before, Morwen?
So did you tell the rest of them? Because I don't think.
Well, I tried to investigate it, but I didn't see what it was. I couldn't tell what it was, but I knew they saw it.
I mean, he's brought a body in with him, so it's surely on that.
Yeah. So, have you all seen it? This symbol?
Yes, I've seen it. I was wearing it.
Because Hayes, it's Hayes and Alethea's journals, but no one else's, unless you've shared it meta-wise, of course.
I genuinely still have not seen it either in game or out of.
Well, I will. So that's what it
Would
looks like.
Tom care? I feel that's a fair question.
No, that's understandable. So that's what the symbol looks like, and you show it to her.
Okay.
I have seen this. I've seen this in the glass. But she doesn't know anything more about it. She's seen it.
Okie dokie.
Kind of looks like a tea stain. If she lifts a cup off of a napkin, like, oh, that's where I've seen that before. It's a ring and a couple of spill lines.
Last thing I think for Alethea is, have you got any books I can borrow?
Oh, books. What are you interested in, my dear?
Do any of your shops carry level ups?
No, they don't. But I'm willing to bet now, Vanguard. What time is it? What day is it? And she goes, oh, yes, you're heading for the festival, aren't you?
Yes.
I know. I'm pretty sure that when you've had so much fun and shopping, that you might find a level up at the end of the festival.
Oh,
the
did your glass tell you that?
Yes, it did. I'm not sure what a level up is.
It's like this, but better.
So yeah, when you get
level 3 is so harsh. I love it to bits, though. I really do.
I don't know what you mean.
I have to be so extra careful not to do my usual things. Like, it makes me think about D&D rather than just, it's fine, I can tank anything.
She will look at Alethea and just look at all the books on her shelves. Can you roll me an insight? 17. I think this one might suit you. And she pulls down a book from the shelf. And I will add it to your bookshelf. And it is a book that's called The Great Houses of Cambria.
Oh. I should really get reading that idiot's guide to haggling before we get back.
Yes.
Yes, so you are all more than welcome to take a long rest. And
Yay!
And as it's drawing on night, they offer you accommodation, free food, free drink, whatever healing you need. They're only a small village, but they are grateful to provide for you whatever they can.
Oh, so they are a mining village, aren't they? Would I be able to pick up some sort of
Do
like
they have any
pick?
mines?
Like a war pick? That
What's
I
a
can put into
war
the...
pick?
It's basically a pick that you can use as a weapon, just so I can throw it into that bag of holding. Just
Like a toothpick.
Combination of a big hammer with a spiky other end.
Oh, I see.
it's only a 1d8 damage weapon.
Yeah, you can have one of those.
It's what like all Durgar carry.
Yeah.
I see.
So it's very, very dwarven in its use usually. Like the only enemy I've ever come across that carries one ad hoc is just Durgar. I'm sure there are others, but the only one I've ever used is dwarven. Makes sense.
I just figured it's a mining place. They may have a pick and they might use them to defend against any creatures inside the mine.
Yeah, you can definitely have one.
Thank you.
Cool. We're a little bit early, which is fine. So if anyone has any other questions, or we can just chat, or whatever you want. But this is where I'm going to finish it now. And next session will be back when I'm from holiday.
Where are you heading?
En français.
Oh,
Yes.
magnifique.
I don't know where, though. Because I've not been involved in the planning of it, because I can't plan for shit. So...
It's a surprise holiday.
It is for me. It's not for everybody else, because they pay attention and I don't. So the...
I'm proud of you for at least remembering it was France.
Yes.
Well done.
I think, from what I've been told, it's below Dieppe, but I do not know where that is.
Never heard of it.
Because my geography is just as good as my maths. Not good. We're getting a ferry from a different... We're not going Calais, because that's going to be mental first week of the summer holidays. So we're taking a ferry from a different port that's going to take a few hours. Last time on the ferry, I was sick as a dog. So I am probably going to be very seasick. So I'm looking forward to that one.
At least you're going for a longer ferry journey.
I don't like water.
Stay on the boat.
I would like just in... sort of still within game for one moment, would like to ask, it's a common item that I'm wanting to attune to. It's technically a magic item, but it is common. It's an arm blade, which is something only Warforged can have. Basically, it's just, instead of having to carry a sword, I can have it melded into my arm.
Okay. There wouldn't be one in this small viling village.
So all I actually need is a weapon, and then I can integrate it to myself.
Okay.
It's not magic. It has no additional properties. It does exactly the same thing a weapon does. So if I can get like a one-handed weapon,
I'm carrying 2 scimitars in the bag of holding at the minute that I've taken off these guys.
So I could like just fuse one into my arm if I'm allowed to add an arm blade to my character sheet.
That's fine if we've got the weapons here.
It counts as an attuned item, so it's one less magic item that I can actually have.
It also means that to disarm you, you actually have to be.
You'd have to literally cut the arm off that has a blade, because I can retract it in, so they wouldn't even know it was there unless I went and popped it out.
Yeah.
So it's just like basically a concealed weapon that's built into me rather than me having to wield it. But once I pop it out, I can't use that arm. It basically just becomes a sword rather than having to hold a sword. So it's just a way to have a hidden weapon, basically. If that's okay.
Absolutely fine.
I can do it with any simple weapon that's one-handed. So a longsword I don't think it'd count because that can be two-handed. I think it has to be specifically a one-handed weapon. So like a dagger, short sword, scimitar, anything like that.
And Scott picked up some Baltha picked up some scimitars. So yeah.
So I can add an arm blade to my character sheet with scimitar stats.
Yes. I mean, it feels like a trap knowing you, Graham, but yes.
It's not a trap in the slightest.
Not a trap yet.
Yet.
He does this. He lures you into a false sense of security. And then all of a sudden, this sword becomes a lightsaber doing 25 d8 damage.
No, not even
I feel
at
the
all.
urge just to go, yes. In that tone.
It does take my bonus action as well to pop it out of my arm. So like it's not even necessarily a benefit. It's just a built-in weapon, which I always think is really cool flavor for a Warforged set. To just have one embedded into you. I just can't be disarmed unless you literally rip my arm off.
I'll just make a note of that one.
Note to self: rip off arm.
Rip off arm.
Which arm?
It'll be his right arm because all of my characters are right-handed, as am I.
So is anything else?
Before Balthor long rest, he would have just gone outside, found somewhere quiet outside the town, using the shovel that he took from one of the places in the mine. He'll just dig two not particularly deep graves, but two graves, and place these cultists in there.
Oh,
and then just
speaking
walk
of,
away.
did you want to resolve anything with your tied up hostage?
No, I mean, he's just unconscious, and I will. We would maybe ask if somebody could take shifts, making sure he is secured, and to not, under any circumstances, remove the mouth.
I'd ask the elders' advice as to what to do with him. Has she seen anything in her little looking glass?
Oh, she's fallen asleep in the way that old people do.
Is he a cultist that is in front of me?
He's a fanatic, and he's tied up.
He's tied up. You dumped him on the
he's
floor,
not a cultist.
didn't you?
Yeah, he's next to me.
He's a masked figure who is a bad guy who is in front of me.
Who has walked out with you all tied up and
Yeah, he's tied up. You see me carrying him
from the cave.
What I'm going to do is I am going to dump.
No, Tom. No, Tom. Tom, stay. No. Good boy.
Fine.
I will dump him on the floor here with 0 hit points, and if someone makes a note. So when we pick this up again, whether you're going to take him with you, because after this you will be travelling between here and on your way to Nepenthe, and we will pick up the next session.
I will be. I plan on carrying him all the way with us because I'm sure somebody at Nepenthe at the Vanguard will be more powerful than us and be able to stop him casting spells and to question him.
Cool. Well, the next session will pick up at Nepenthe itself, where you arrive at the festival in full swing and hopefully meeting up with your missing comrade as well, who sang you a song, killed some ankhegs, and then disappeared for some reason.
Yeah, we're going to give him some stick, I think. Where the fuck was you horny bastard?
Cool. So I'm going to stop there. Cool. Hope you enjoyed that.
Yes.
Very good, thanks, Kat.
Yeah, that was a very
good
good session. Thank you very much.
That's quite all right. Oh, hang on.
I got to kill like
Graham
4
knows
people.
what I'm
It was
planning
great.
to do on Saturday, so